Some coffee?
Yeah, I'd love some.
I just got back from the doctor's office a couple of minutes myself.
Oh, really? What did he say? How you doing?
Well, everything seems to be fine, if you can believe it.
Oh, that's great. Thanks.
Yeah, well... Oh, Sonny, I've been looking forward to this for so long, being pregnant, expecting my baby. I'm caught in the middle of a horror story. All those reporters out there clamoring around like vultures, every one of them.
Liza, they are not vultures. They're just trying to do their job.
They most certainly are vultures, hanging around the house, hoping to get a snapshot of anything they can.
You're going to hate me.
Why, Sonny?
Because I'm a reporter, too. Look, I came over here, first of all, because I'm your friend, right? But I also came because I want to ask you for an interview.
Just a minute. Just a minute. I'm coming.
Hello. I just wanted to come by and reassure you that there's absolutely nothing to worry about.
Get in here.
This is Search for Tomorrow.
Here.
What's going on?
I have a few things that I would just like to show you. Get yourself in here, Warren Carter.
Are you hyperactive today?
Warren, you just
Kristen,
get
what's
in here.
going on with you
Something
today?
that I would like to show you.
Oh, what are you doing with that briefcase? I told you it would just be a cup. What are you doing?
How dare you ask me to hide something like this, huh? How dare you lie to me? Nothing to worry about, Kristen, huh?
Well, then why did you break open the lock?
Because I wanted to know exactly what it was that I was hiding. And what is that, Warren? I mean, it looks like you robbed a bank. I have never seen so much money in my life. It looks like Fort Knox. How dare you ask me to hide something like that in my husband's
Kristen.
apartment, who happens to be on the police force?
Kristen.
What's the matter with you? Don't you even care about me or Brian?
Kristen.
Look at that. That's money. That's $100 bills.
Okay,
$500
fine.
bills in there.
There is nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
I could get arrested. I could go to jail, or Brian could go to jail. This is nothing. I'd like to see what you call something.
Chris.
Warren, I nearly fainted. I really did. I mean, I felt sick to my stomach to think that you would take advantage of me and lie to me like this. Where did you get that money? What are you going to do with it? Damn it, Warren, I want some answers. You answer me.
All right.
Stop it.
Stop it. I don't want to hear any of this tirade.
Well, that's just too bad.
And, honey, this is not what I need right now.
Well, you know something? I'm not too concerned about what you do need right now, because what I need is some answers.
Okay. You'll get them.
You want me to do an on-camera interview?
Yes, that's right. I think it could be very beneficial to Travis's case.
How?
Because I think the sincerity of your belief in him could be communicated to the viewers. Look, from the start, I am not interested in the wild, hard, cold facts of this case. You know, the bit about your confession to the police, all the mix-up with the bodies.
Wait a minute. How do you know about all that?
The DA's office is being very cooperative with the press. You see, our DA, you know, Paul Breimer, well, he's running for re-election this year, and he wants to be the newspaper's darling. So he had a big press conference, and he told everyone about your confession to the police and how the police discounted it. Also, how that you thought that you'd shot Rusty, but that the bullet that you'd fired couldn't possibly have hit him because the bullet that actually killed him was...
Right. And now everybody knows all this, right?
I'm afraid so. It's going to be in the newspapers and on television. Paul Breimer's going to be using the press as much as he can, I'm warning you. Some people think this case may be tried in the press before a jury's even selected.
Oh, stop, please. This is horrible. This is just horrible.
It is horrible, but you've got to understand that when you're hot in the news the way you and Travis are, it's very hard to be protected. So what do you think? Would an interview with you be possible? Liza, look, I'm telling you, if I don't do it, some other reporter's going to force his way in here, someone who doesn't know you, who doesn't care about you the way I do.
Sonny, do you know how sick this sounds to me? To go on television like it's some talk show discussing the fact that my father-in-law was murdered and now I'm trying to clear my husband's name?
It will be very beneficial to Travis.
Well, I don't agree with you. But I'm grasping at straws at this point. I'll call Tom. I'll see what he thinks about it. I don't...
Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.
Well, I guess the answer was no.
That's right. The answer is no.
What did he say?
He made me promise to tell you he thinks you're being very pushy.
I see. Well, I guess I can understand how he feels. Who knows, maybe Tom has a whole strategy worked out of avoiding the press. I mean, since Paul Breimer's using the press so much, maybe Tom's going to use that very fact against him at court.
Right now, I'd do anything in the world to help clear Travis. Oh, Sonny, he only confessed to try and help me. He's not guilty. He couldn't possibly be guilty.
Liza, I know that.
Then why don't those fools out there know it?
Listen. The one bright spot out of this whole mess is that you and Travis are finally getting back to normal again.
Normal. I don't even know what that means. Just because we're together doesn't mean that... You know, when you do damage to a relationship, it's hard to... Right now, I have to concentrate on trying to clear him from all this. That's what I have to think about.
I know. But I'll tell you something. Worrying yourself sick is not going to do Travis or you any good at all.
Yeah, I know. The doctor told me to avoid stress. He said, you need to laugh a little.
Oh, brother.
Dane could always make me laugh, no matter what.
Yeah, that's right, he can. You know, I spoke to him earlier. He's coming back from Houston later this evening. I'm really glad that he went down there to see her. He and Aja are so close, and I'm sure that his going down there will mean a lot to him.
Sonny, I am sorry that Aja was hurt in that accident. But I don't want to talk about her.
Hey, Professor. How are you? Hey, what's the matter? Your old buddy comes all this way to see you and you can't even say hello? Your stats from the nurse's station. It must have been some car accident you had. You're a mess, girl. I mean, you got pinched nerves, which you probably knew. But you also have a broken thorax cartilage, which you may not have been aware of. The doctors had to repair that. That accounts for a lot of the swelling in your throat. I guess you really gave the doctors a run for their money. But here you are. Any comment, Professor Doyen? No comment whatsoever? Huh? Ladies and gentlemen, for perhaps the first time in recent history, Professor Aja Doyen has absolutely nothing to say, which gives me a captive audience.
Why are you here?
I'm here because I heard you were in a pretty bad way. Hey, I don't think you're even aware of the fact that you've got some lovely flowers here. They stuck them back there in the corner where you can't even see them. I'll put them here. Get a good look at them. How's that, huh? There's even a card attached. Want me to read it? It says, get well soon, from your friends at TI.
No friends at TI.
Aja, look, now, I'm very sorry about what happened. If I could have changed the way things came down, I would have. Sometimes kick myself for not leaning on you harder. I know. There's really very little I could have done about what happened. I'm well aware of that. Look. Got some bad news I gotta tell you, all right? I'm gonna square with you. Rusty Centel is dead. He's been shot. Now, Aja, I know how much Rusty meant to you. I know he was your only family. I know how much you really loved him. But please listen to me for a moment. The worst of it is, Travis is taking the rap for it. Travis has been charged with Rusty's murder.
No.
Yes. Now, don't get yourself upset. Don't get yourself upset, Aja. You know as well as I do that he could not have done that. Tom Bergman has come from Washington. He'll be handling Travis's defense.
No.
Aja, don't get yourself upset, okay? It'll be all right. It's going to be rough. But Tom will get him off this. He will. I'm sorry to dump all this on you at once. I know how difficult it is. That's okay. Just let the tears come. I'll catch them for you. I'll catch them. Aja, I wish there were more I could do. I think maybe I ought to just let you rest now, okay? It's a bad day. It's not gonna get much better. You just go to sleep, scratch it off. I got a flight I gotta hop on for the TI jet. They're waiting for me.
Oh, my fault.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, it is not. The person whose fault it is Rusty Centel, and he's dead. Your only problem was that you let yourself become a pawn. He was trying to manipulate Travis, and you got caught.
I couldn't help loving Travis.
I know. Love does that sometimes, doesn't it? Get some rest, okay? You concentrate on getting yourself well. And I'll see you in Henderson in just a few days. Bye-bye.
All right, fine. I'm calm. I'm not shouting. I'm not attacking. I'm being reasonable, Warren. And I would like some reasonable answers.
I said all right. Kristen, most of the money in here is mine.
Warren, there's hundreds of thousands of dollars in that briefcase.
Yep, I know that. And most of it's mine. I earned it. Some of it is other people's.
Okay? What other people?
A little of it is Ringo's.
Fine. Who are the rest of the other people?
You don't need to know that.
Warren, I am not going to accept answers like that from you anymore. Now, is that Rusty's money, huh? Is Rusty Centel the rest of these other people?
No.
Warren, the initials RS are right there on that briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
Plain as day. You're going to try and tell me it's not Rusty's briefcase?
It is Rusty's briefcase, but it is not his money. He was just holding it for the rest of us.
Warren, this is Kristen, remember? The one you don't lie to. Now, come on.
I'm not lying, honey. Most of the money in here is mine, and I earned it.
I don't believe that you earned that kind of money.
You don't? You don't? Okay, great. What do you believe, then? Why don't we find that out,
I don't know. believe that I'm scared. I'll tell you that for sure. I'm scared because I think you're lying to me, Warren. That's what scares me most of all.
Well, you're wrong.
Well, you're lying about something. I know it. And Brian knows it, too.
What are you talking about?
Something you and Susie said doesn't track. Now, where were you on the night that Rusty was murdered?
With Susie, and I told Brian that. And Susie told him the same story.
Exactly the same story.
Kristen, what are you trying to do? What do you want?
I'm trying to find out what you're hiding. Warren, something that you and Susie said about the night that Rusty was killed it doesn't fit together. And Brian is really concerned about it, and I'll tell you something. He's going to pick and he's going to poke until he finds out what it is. So level with me.
Kristen, it's nothing. I swear to you. I have every right to have this money. I earned most of it. Come on, honey, what do you want me to do? The police go over to where Rusty's been killed, and he's been keeping the money. You want me to just leave it for them? Or do you want me to wait until they press me to the wall about how I earned it? I took it for safekeeping.
Took it from where?
That's not important, okay? It doesn't matter where the money was hidden. You're just concerned as to if I have a right for this. Yes, I do, Kristen. Honey, I am never going back to not having enough money in my pocket to make a 10-cent phone call. Or have we forgotten what that's like?
No, of course I haven't forgotten what
Okay, fine then. Because I'm not going back to the slums that I fought so hard to get you and me out of. I'm not going back to you and I standing in front of a restaurant like a couple of lousy, starving dogs because we haven't eaten in 2 days.
Come on, I don't want to remember that.
Fine, I don't either. But I'm not going back to it, and this right here is my guarantee for it, Kristen. I've had to really fight to build a new life for us. And so maybe I've had to do some of these things, but I've had to fight for that.
I know. Look, I know that I owe everything to you. I know we'd still be in those Detroit slums if it wasn't
honey,
for you.
We're still not really out of them yet. This money will get us out of there. I drive through the Lindenwood part of town, right? Past all those manicured lawns and everything with the maids and the butlers coming out just to pick up the morning paper. Past all those big, big houses. Up where the Centels live. Up where Rusty rented his house.
I know, it's very nice up there.
Fine, and I'm not going to settle for anything less than that. I want that. And I want everything that goes with that, which is power.
What kind of power?
Money. Money is power. Poor people like you and me, we used to grovel for money, huh? Who runs everything? Who gets voted heads of boards? The people with money, not the little guys on the street. Who runs the whole country, the whole world, Kristen? It's the bankers, the big syndicates, the big money club, right? And I want to be part of that. Honey, I want to snub my nose at all those people that looked down on you and me when we were kids.
Warren, we're not kids.
And if you're not born with a silver spoon to get you into that money club, you got to get it some other way. And that right there is my ticket to get that. And Kristen, you can stop all your lectures.
I'm not trying to lecture you.
Fine, then stop your worrying. I should not have misled you about the briefcase. That wasn't right. I'm going to take it out of here. And I'll find something to do with it. After Travis made a confession, I don't think there's going to be any problem anyway.
Warren, I'm sorry. I'll never ask you where you got that money again. Okay? It's okay. It's okay, because I know you, and I love you.
Kristen, I really love you, too.
I'll tell you something else. I remember everything that you've said about Detroit. I understand, I really do, and I want the same things you're talking about. I want them someday.
You don't get something for nothing, though.
Oh, I know. But see, I also want Brian's love, Warren. It's so important to me, and well, if he found that here, I just know that I would have lost that.
I know. And I was wrong. I really put you in a bad spot. We both have to do what we have to do, huh?
Guess so.
But no matter what, you and me, you and me are always going to be a team, okay?
Always.
We're going to have a real good life here.
I know. I'll bet on that one.
We will. You just wait and see. Oh, baby, we will.